Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and it's the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network again. We've got a double header today, and I'm gonna try to put it all on this one broadcast. It's the Detroit Tigers at the Chicago White Sox on August 8th, 1969. And I'll be back in a few minutes with the opening lineup. Stand by. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman, and we have a double header. The first game is because of a rain out within real world, so it was rescheduled. And it's actually a light drizzle today in Chicago, so we'll keep an eye on that. But they're gonna start this game. Kathy Harden has arrived, and we're so glad for that. We're always glad for that. Good morning. We're doing something a little different, folks. This is going to be a double header all in one broadcast. If my iPhone does not overheat, we'll see. And if by chance we get disconnected because of that or any other reason, I'll make a note on the community board and then repost this. Post a broadcast. It's a doubleheader. Detroit Tigers at the Chicago White Sox, August 8, 1969. In this first game, it'll be Joe Sparma for the Tigers and for the White Sox, Joe Horland, both right-handers. The Tigers come into this in second place, 18 and a half games behind the first place Orioles in the East. The Red Sox, however, are on their tail, only a game and a half behind the Tigers, and the Senators are 2.5 behind. The White Sox in big trouble this year. They're in fourth place, 30 games behind the Twins in the West, and the Seattle Pilots are on their tail. Only 2.5 games behind. And Mark Schucker has arrived. We welcome you. Let's look at our opening lineups for this first game. Leading off for the Tigers, Mickey Stanley in center, Tresh at short, Northrup back in the lineup. He's in right field. Cash at first, Willie Horton in left, Tommy Matchick at second, Bill Freehand catching, Don Wirt at third base, and Joe Sparma the pitcher. For the White Sox, a rare start for Rich Morales. He'll play second base. Aparicio at short, Carlos May in right, Hopkins at first, Melton at third, Ward in left, and he's a 5. He's a 5. I looked to see if May could switch around, but Ward is a 5 all around. He usually plays first base. Ed Herman is catching, Ken Berry in center, and the pitcher is Joe Horland. In about 1 minute, we're going to have our tweet posted, and then we expect the White Sox to take the field. Kathy Harden for the Tigers. I'm for the Tigers. I'd like to see Seattle take over the fourth spot there in the West. And we wish to all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. Especially you, Kathy Harden. Okay, the tweet is up. And the tweet is good. And the White Sox take the field. Here's Mickey Stanley. I'm going to go nice and leisurely here, folks. Nice and leisurely on a Sunday morning. Okay, Joe Horlin is on the mound. Here's the pitch to Mickey Stanley. 110. And he grounds it to short. Aparicio has it. One away, and we are underway here at Comiskey Park. Kathy Harden has her coffee. I have my coffee. Tom Tresh is the batter. He's a switch hitter batting left against Horlin. .38. He walked him, so Tresh is on. It's a very early morning ball game here for people here in the United States. Jim Northrup steps in. He's a left-handed hitter. It's Tresh on first, one down. Orland, the pitch to Northrup. 4-11, and that's a grounder to first to force Tresh. 2 outs, and Northrup is on for Norman. I am on my first pot. I don't go by cups, Mark. I go by pots. I'm on my first. There'll certainly be a second one coming up my way. Absolutely. Okay, Cash facing Horlin, 2 outs, Northrup on first. The pitch from Horlin. 110, and he pops it up behind home plate. Herman makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left after a half. Detroit nothing, and Chicago coming to bat. Here's Joe Sparma now. Leading it off, Rich Morales. Rare start for Rich. Playing second base today. And in the leadoff spot. Joe Sparma into his windup. The pitch to Morales. That's 111. And he grounds it back to Sparma, who throws to Cash for the first out. Now Louis Aparicio. Sparma winds and deals. 5-8. And he grounds it to second for a Matic. He's a 3. 19-3. Reroll. 18-3. Reroll. 14-3. And he boots it. So Matic makes an error. It took a while. Aparicio on first, 1 out. 1-11 stealing. 1 to 13, 1-11. And Carlos May, the batter. Carlos bats left-handed. Sparma from the stretch. And the pitch to Carlos. 2-8. And he grounds it to second. Matic this time gets it. Throws to first. Aparicio goes to second base. So it's 2 outs. Aparicio in scoring position here for Gale Hopkins. Coming at you early this morning on a Sunday morning. This is the first of a double. Our plan is to broadcast the entire doubleheader. We'll have about a 15-minute break between games, give or take. Maybe a half hour, we'll see. Hopkins with Aparicio on second, 2 outs. Pitch to Hopkins, 1-3. Grounder to second, again it's Matic. Over to Cash, and the side is out. No runs. No hits, the error. Left on base after 1. We're scoreless here at Comiskey. Pitching the second game will be Mike Kilkenny for the Tigers and Gary Bell for the White Sox. They had somebody who's not on the roster, and so I had to be creative and find an alternative. Willie Horton leading it off for the Tigers now. These are the returning world champion Detroit Tigers. Horland winds, and the pitch to Willie Horton. 3-6, and he lines it to first, caught by Hopkins. 1 down. Now here's Tommy Matic. The pitch from Horland. 6-11. And it's a base hit up the middle for Matic. First hit of the ball game for either club. Matic on first, 1 out. For Bill Freehand back in the lineup. In fact, he's catching both games. I don't know that that's a great idea. He's been out for about a week. Just came back last game, but so be it. Here's Horland now from the stretch. The pitch to Freehand. 2-6, and he pops it up to second. Morales makes the catch. It's 2 outs for Don Wirt. Just a very light drizzle here in Chicago. Very light. Here's Horland. 4-10. And he struck him out. Wirt strikes out swinging. Side retired, no runs, 1 hit and 1 left. Middle of the second. It's scoreless here. Detroit at Chicago, first of a doubleheader. Bill Melton leading off here. Sparma on the mound. Here's the pitch to Melton. 6-5. He struck him out. That's the first for Sparma. And now Pete Ward. Sparma winds and the pitch. 4-7. Walked him. So Ward is on with 1 out for Ed Herman. Left-handed hitter. From the stretch, Sparma. And it's a base hit to right field for Ed Herman. Ward holds at second. So the White Sox have first and second, 1 down for Ken Berry. Four 7. Walked him. Sparma loads the bases with Chicago White Sox. Here in the bottom of the second. It's bases loaded, 1 down. And Joe Horlin, the pitcher. A 3 WR. Infield back for the double. Here's Sparma now. 1-11. And that is a line out to second, caught by Tommy Matic. 2 outs. So Sparma trying to get out of this. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, bottom of the second here. Scoreless ball game. Morales grounded back to Sparma in the first. Here's the pitch to Morales. 3-7, grounds it to second. And again, it's Matic. And he throws Morales out and the side is retired. So Sparma gets out of bases loaded with 1 out. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 left on. After 2, it's a scoreless ball game. Doubleheader here today. This game was set up to make the doubleheader because of a previous rainout in Real World. Joe Sparma will lead it off against Horlin. The battle of the Joes, Joe Sparma and Joe Horlin. Sparma, a 2 WR. Here's Horlin, the pitch to Sparma. 2-6, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Horlin. Now Mickey Stanley. Ran into short in the first. .210, and it's a fly ball to right field. And Carlos May is under it, 2 away. Here's Tom Tresh. Tresh walked in the first. .44. Batting left-handed, ground ball short. Aparicio, he's a 2. 3-2, and he throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 for Horlin. It's scoreless in the middle of the third. I'm going to get some coffee. I'm going to turn up the air conditioning and try to forget my worries and my sadness. Veteran Louis Aparicio leading it off here, bottom of the third. Sparma on the mound. Here's Sparma now. The pitch to Aparicio. 112. And that is a base hit for Louis Aparicio right up the right to the left field. His second time reaching. Got on with an error by Matic in the first left on. Being held 1-11. And here's Carlos May. Batting left-handed. Sparma from the stretch. The pitch to Carlos. 5-11. And that's a fly ball to left field. Going back is Horton. He's a 3. 16-3. And he makes the catch. Aparicio holds. Nice catch by Willie Horton out in the left. Now Gale Hopkins. Also a left-handed hitter, grounded to second. Got about 9,000 here today. Some fans still arriving to the ballpark for the doubleheader. Here's the pitch from Sparma. 2-5, and he walked him. That's the third walk given up by Joe Sparma. First and second one out. And Bill Melton steps in. Okay, Sparma now from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-5. Struck him out for the second time. Melton goes down on strikes, 2 away, first and second. And here's Pete Ward now. And the pitch to Ward. 6-4. Fly ball center. Stanley, he's a 1. 21. That's a reroll. 1-1. He makes the catch. And that side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, 2 left. Scoreless after 3 here at Comiskey. Jim Northrup leading it off. Reached on a force in the first. Here's Horlin. 1-4. Swung on and belted to right. Back goes May. It's gone. Northrup with a home run in his first start in about a week. Jim Northrup puts the Tigers ahead with a solo blast. 1-0 Tigers. I always liked Jim Northrop. Very reliable, very consistent ball player. For Northrop, that's number 13 on the season. He had 25 in real world. Here's Norm Cash now, 1-0 Tigers. Northrop has good power. Okay, Horland. The pitch to Cash. 4-7. Walked him. Cash on first, nobody out. And Willie Horton. The pitch from Horland. 1-9. And that's hit well. And that is gone. Willie Horton, a 2-run home run. Just cleared the fence. 1-9. Home run 1-2. It's gone. Look at that. A 2-run blast now for Willie Horton. And it's 3-0 Tigers. Horton with his 22nd of the season. He had 28 in real world. 3-0 Tigers. And here's Tommy Matic. Horland getting tagged for 2 home runs here in the top of the 4th. Matic, a left-handed hitter. Okay, here's the pitch to Matic. Still nobody out. 5-8. And he flies it to right field, and Carlos May has it 1 down. Now Bill Freehand. Tigers off to an early 3-0 lead here. And he walked Freehand. Second walk given up by third walk given up by Horland today. Freehand on first, 1 down. Don Wirtz. .29 struck him out. That's the third for Horland, and then Joe Sparma will come up with 2 outs and Freehand on first. Here's the pitch from Horland. 3-8, and he grounds it to third, and the side is retired. 3 runs for the Tigers on a solo home run by Northrop and a 2-run home run by Horton. Middle of the 4th, 3-0 Tigers. And here come the White Sox. Eddie Herman will lead it off. So glad to be coming to you here from Comiskey Park. This is the first of a double. We'll be covering both games in this broadcast. As long as our technology works. My iPhone's been known to overheat if it goes on too long on YouTube. Not other apps, but YouTube. Here's Eddie Herman to lead it off. Sparma on the mound. Here's the pitch. 6-4. And it's a fly ball to center. Stanley is a 1. 17-1. He makes the catch, 1 down. And now Ken Berry. Five, 7. Walked him. They'll let Horland hit here. Horland a 3 WR. A bunter. Here's the pitch to Horland. 6-10, right-handed. Grounds to short X. That's Tresh, a 3. 4-3. And he throws him out. Berry goes to second on that. So 2 outs, Berry in scoring position, and Rich Morales, the leadoff hitter today for Chicago, comes up. He's 0 for 2. Berry on second, 2 outs. Sparma. 2-7, pops it up to short. Tresh has it, and the side is out. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. It's 3-0 after 4 here at Comiskey. Top of the Tigers order, Mickey Stanley, 0 for 2 today. Here's Horland now. 1-7. And that is a line drive to second, caught by Aparicio. Beautiful catch by Louis Aparicio. To rob Stanley of a base hit. It's 1 down. Here's Tom Tresh, walked and grounded to short. Tresh switch hitter, batting left. The pitch to Tresh, 3-5. Struck him out. That's the 4th for Horland. 2 down. And Jim Northrop. Horland winds and deals. Whoa, 1-8. And that's a base hit by Northrop to left. Opposite field. Thrown in by Ward. 2-out single by Jim Northrop. His second hit, he homered in the 4th. Here's Norman. Norman Stormin Cash. Pitch from Horland to Norman, 1-5, and he walked him. Second walk he gave up to Cash. 4th walk in the ball game. First and second, 2 down. And Willie Horton, who homered, 2-run blast. He homered with Cash, who walked. Now it's first and second, 2 outs. Horland very careful here on Willie Horton. Here's the pitch. 1-9, and it's hit again. It's hit deep, and it's gone. A 3-run home run. Oh my, same number. Willie Horton with his second home run of the ball game, and that's a 3-run job. Oh my. That'll give him 5 runs batted in. 2 home runs for Horton, number 22, and now number 23 for Willie Horton. Oh my, yes way. Look at that, Horton. Having a day here. Number 23 for Willie. Boy, that cracked off the bat and again just made it over. Let's look at that again if we can. Horlin, 1-9. Home run 1-2, and it's a 2. Jesus. So it's all with 2 outs. Northrup singled, Cash walked, and then Horton again with the home run. It's a 6-0 ball game. There's action in the White Sox bullpen. And let's remember, it's a long day. It's a doubleheader. Sammy Ellis with a 5.83 ERA. Warming. They're going to see if Horlin can get out of this. Here's Matic now. My Lord. Horlin winds. Here's the pitch. 6-12. Grounded to first. Hopkins. He's a 3. 2-3. And that goes through for a base hit. So that's going to be it for Horlin. They're not going to go any more here, just for realism purposes. He pitched 4 2/3. He's the loser of record here. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 4, struck out 4, and he's allowed 6 thus far. Here's Sammy Ellis now. Sammy Ellis, a rare performance by Ellis, and we'll see if he can get the Chi Sox out of this. It's Matic on first, 2 outs. Here's Bill Freehand. Ellis, a right-handed pitcher. The pitch to Freehand. 2-8, walked him. First and second, 2 outs for Don Wirt. Sparma on deck. Three 7, and that is a line drive to third, caught by Melton. And the side is finally retired. 3 runs for the Tigers again. This time on a 3-run blast by Horton, his second home run of the game. He's got 5 runs batted in. That'll be 6 to Horlin. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th after a 5-minute break. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the first of a doubleheader. Sparma pitching a shutout. I'll be back. Oh. 6-0 Tigers, bottom of the 5th. Sparma throwing shutout baseball. He's got it into some jams. In fact, he's had runners in scoring position in every inning, but has maintained his shutout. Sparma will face Louis Aparicio here in the bottom of the 5th. Okay, Sparma's ready. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. 3-9. Pops it up left side near third base. And Wirt makes the catch, one away. Here's Carlos May. Sparma winds and the pitch. 2-5. Walked him. So May is on. Fifth walk given up by Sparma. This is his endurance inning. Hopkins is at the plate now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's Sparma. 1-6, lines it to second, caught by Matic, 2 down. For Bill Melton. The pitch to Melton. 3-8. Grounds it back to Sparma. Tosses it to Cash. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk, and 1 left. 6-0 after 5. Sammy Ellis starts his first full inning here. Sparma will lead it off. 2-4 base hits by Sparma off his own card to lead off the top of the 6th. Oh, excuse me. Here's Mickey Stanley 0 for 3. Ellis from the stretch. 5-9. Struck him out. First for Ellis. Now Tom Tresh walked, grounded to short, and struck out. Five, 7. Walked him. First and second, 1 out for Jim Northrop, who homered, solo, singled and scored on the 3-run by Horton, his second of the game. 1-7. And that's a double in the gap for Northrop. Tresh goes to third. 1-14. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. Sparma scores. Tresh will hold. So Sparma scores on that double from second. It's 7-0. Second and third, 1 out. Here's Norm Cash, 0 for 1, walked twice, scored twice. The pitch from Ellis, 6-4, and it's a fly ball to center field for Berry. He's a 1. 13-1, and he makes the catch on the runner's hold. 2 outs, and here's Horton again. 2 outs, second and third, 1 in. And the pitch from Ellis, 5-9, and he struck him out. And the side is retired. Another run, though, for the Tigers. Middle of the 6th, 7-0 ball game. Meanwhile, Sparma throwing shutout baseball. Pete Ward leads it off. It'll be Ward, Herman, and Berry, maybe a pinch hitter if Sammy Ellis is due up. We'll see. Here's the pitch to Ward. 5-11, and that's a fly ball to left field. Under it is Horton. He's a 3-3, and that he makes the catch. Nice catch by Willie. 1 down for Ed Herman. Two 6. Base hit Herman. Right up the middle. His second single of the game. Now Ken Berry. Berry has walked twice today. Sparma. 2-7, struck him out. That's the third by Sparma. 2 outs, Herman on first. Angel Bravo is coming in to hit. Don Sechrist, the left-hander, will be the new pitcher. A 6.08 ERA. Ellis pitched 1 1/3, allowed 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 2, allowed 1. Angel Bravo, left-handed hitter, with 2 outs and Herman on first. Here's Sparma. 2-4, and that's hit deep by Bravo, and it's gone. A pinch hit, 2-run home run by Angel. So Bravo breaks up the shutout. He had 1 all season. He only had 90 at-bats. Got it off his own card. He's a W on both sides. Bravo with a 2-run home run off Sparma. Here comes Rich Morales, 2 outs, nobody on. One 5, grounds it to short, Tresh over to Cash, and the side is out. But 2 runs for the Chi Sox. They get on the board. It's 7-2 ball game. Now here's Don Sechrist, a left-handed pitcher. And Matic will face him. He's a lefty. Lefty here. Top of the 7th. 7-2 Tigers. First game of a double. Here's Sechrist now. Pitch to Matic. 2-7. Fly ball center. And Berry makes the catch. 1 down. Now Bill Freehand. Pop to second, walk twice. 3-3. Hit by the pitch. So Freehand goes to first. We don't play injuries when they come up, folks, because we follow the exact lineups using the box scores from Baseball Reference. The injuries are built into the replay. Freehand on first, 1 down. Don Wirt is the batter. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 2-7, and he grounds it to short, and that will be a double play. So the side is out, no runs, no hits, the hit by pitch. 7th inning stretch. It's 7-2 Tigers. Sparma allowed 2 hits in the 6th, 2 more this inning. Hits or walks, and he's reached fatigue. Here's Louis Aparicio now. Chi-Sox down by 5. Sparma into his windup. Pitch to Aparicio. 3-6. Pops it up to short. Tresh makes the catch. That's 1 down. Now Carlos. Carlos May 0 for 2 and a walk. 3-10. It's hit deep by Carlos. To right field. Back goes Northrup. It's gone. Carlos May with a solo home run off Sparma. And suddenly there's action in the Tiger bullpen. Carlos May had 18 in real world. 310 home run. For Carlos, number 14 on the season. Which sounds about right. Action in the Tiger bullpen. John Hiller, the left-hander, is warming. Okay, Gale Hopkins 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to Hopkins. 3-8, and it's a base hit by Hopkins. Sparma is fatigued, and that's going to be it for Joe Sparma. He's the winner of record. It's a 7-2 ball game. Hiller will not be eligible for the save if he finishes it. Sparma pitched 6 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 runs thus far. He's responsible for Hopkins. Here's John Hiller now. Left-hander to face Bill Melton. Hopkins on first one down. Here's the pitch to Melton. 1-4, grounds it to second. Matic throws to first, and Hopkins goes to second base. 2 outs. And here's Pete Ward. Hiller trying to get the Tigers out of this. Pitch to Ward, 2-4, struck him out. That was lefty-lefty. So 1 run for the Chi Sox, and that makes it a 7-3 ball game. We're heading to the top of the 8th here. And the new pitcher for the White Sox is Don Sechrist, a left-hander with a 6.08 ERA. Hiller will hit here. The Tiger bullpen is not exactly rested. He's a 5 WR, Hiller. A 5 WR. John Hiller steps in. Okay, Sechrist, here's the pitch. 2-4, struck him out. Now Mickey Stanley. 0 for 4 today, Mickey. Tigers lead by 4, top of the 8th. 6-9, and he pops it up to short. That's for Aparicio, 2 down. And Tom Tresh walked twice and 0 for 2. Batting right-handed against Sechrist. One 9, and he grounds it to second, and Morales throws him out. Side retired. Sechrist retires the side in order, despite his 6.08 ERA. And here's Hiller now. White Sox down by 4. Ed Herman will lead it off. Uh, 110, and he grounds it to second. That's 1 away. Now Ken Berry. .58, grounder to second. Matic a 3. 4-3. And he throws him out. 2 outs, 2 ground balls to Matic at second. An obligatory pinch hitter here. With 2 outs, nobody on. It's going to mean another pitcher for the White Sox. 5, 6. Okay. Jerry Nyman will pitch the top of the 9th. He has a 5.29 ERA. And he's a left-handed pitcher. Coming in to hit is Bob Christian. He's a right-hander. Bob Christian. 2 outs, nobody on here. Okay, Hiller. Here's the pitch to Christian. 2-7, and he struck him out. That's the second for Hiller. 1, 2, 3. We're heading to the ninth. Jerry Neumann. Jerry Neumann is the pitcher. It'll be the top of the order for the White Sox in the bottom of the ninth. They're down by 4. Here's Jimmy Northrup. 3 for 4 today. A solo home run, singled and scored on Horton's second home run, a 3-run, and then doubled left on. Here's Neumann now. Pitch to Northrup. 3-8, and he struck him out. Now Stormin' Norman 0 for 2, walked twice and scored. Three, 4, grounds it to second, 2 outs. For Horton, 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in today. Could be the star of the game. Pitch to Horton. 1-8, and it's hit deep by Horton. Oh my! His 3rd home run of the ball game. Oh my! Oh my! Let's look at that again. 1-8 against the left-hander. 1-14, and it's gone. Horton with 3 home runs today, and his 6th run batted in. That is number 24. He's hit number 22, 23, and 24 today. Willie Horton having a game today. Shoe-in star. Willie Horton hit a Jerry Neumann curveball out of here. 3rd home run. That's 8-3 now. And here's Matic. .38, and he grounds it to first, and the side is out. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. This is the first game of a doubleheader. It's 8-3 Tigers. Hiller will face the top of the order. Chi Sox down by 5. Here's Rich Morales. 1-11, grounds it to first. Norman, 1 out. Aparicio. .111, base hit Louis. Now Carlos, who hit 1 out. Hiller from the stretch. 4-8. And it's a line drive to second, caught by Matic. 2 outs. And it's all up to Gale Hopkins. Left-handed hitter. 3-6, grounds it to second, Matic. Over to Cash, and the ball game is over. Final score, Detroit Tigers 8, Chicago White Sox 3. The win goes to Sparma. Hiller came in not eligible for the save, pitched 2 2/3. Pitched good ball. 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs. The loss goes to Horland. Nyman came in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pitched 1, allowed 1 hit, and 1 run on the home run. Final line, Tigers, 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. White Sox, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. That'll be the ball game. Tigers with that win, 58 and 51, 18. We'll double check all that. White Sox with the loss, 46 and 65. Minus 30 and 1/2 games. Just a double check here. 58 and 51. 46 and 65. The Seattle Pilots are now only 1 game I'm sorry, 2 games behind the White Sox. So there's your ball game. We're going to take a break, and about 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we'll start with Game 2. The matchups are Mike Kilkenny for the Tigers and Gary Bell for the Chi Sox. We'll keep this here for a minute. Kilkenny and Bell. Kilkenny is a left-hander. And Gary Bell is a right-hander for the White Sox. We will set up the lineups in 15 minutes or so. It's the first time I've ever done a double header on one broadcast. Al Kaline will play here in the second game. Freehand catching both games today. I wouldn't advise that, but that's what they're doing. We'll put them in here. Tresh short, leading off. Northrop in center, batting second. K-Line in right field, that's third. Norm Cash at first, Willie Horton in left, Matic at second again. Freehand catching. Don Wirt at third base, and the pitcher is Mike Kilkenny, a 1 WR, 3 in the field. Walt Williams will lead off for Chicago. Pavlovich and Morales. And we'll make another pot. The lineup for the White Sox: Walt Williams leading off in left field. Aparicio at short. Hopkins at first, Melton at third, Carlos May in right field. Don Pavlovich will do the catching after Ed Herman caught the first game. These are the exact lineups. Rich Morales at second, Ken Berry in center field. And the pitcher will be Gary Bell, a right-hander. A 2 WR and a 3 in the field. So it's Mike Kilkenny, the southpaw, for the Tigers, and Gary Bell, the right-hander. And we're due to start in about 18 minutes. It's a time to powder your nose, do whatever you got to do. We'll be back. Making some new coffee here. If you missed the first game, it was 8-3 Tigers, 3 home runs by Willie Horton, star of the game. Sparma got the win. Another disappointment for the White Sox. It's about 15 minutes until the first pitch of this second game here. I'll be back as the coffee is brewing. If by any chance this game, this broadcast is ended due to overheating, we'll resume this later today, and I'll make a note on the community board. We're about 7 minutes away from the first pitch of game 2 here. The coffee is brewing. We wish a happy Mother's Day to all mothers, and sending positive thoughts to all who have lost mothers. Or I should say, sending compassion. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're due to begin in about 6 minutes. The skies have cleared up a bit. It will be Kilkenny for the Tigers and Bell for the White Sox. That coffee is almost ready. We've gone 95 minutes. In this broadcast with the first game. Very sparse crowd here at Comiskey Stadium. That coffee is ready, and we're about 3 minutes away. All right, we're going to get started. I don't think it really matters. Here's Gary Bell now, the starter for the White Sox, hoping to fare better against these Tigers. Tom Tresh leads it off, switch hitter. He's in the leadoff spot here in the second game. Here's Bell now. 6-6. Walked him. So a leadoff walk by Tresh. Here's Jim Northrup, homered in the first game. K-line on deck. The pitch from Bell. 5-3. Fly ball to right field. May is a 4. 9-4. And it's a triple by Northrup. Tresh scores. 1-0 Tigers. So the Tigers continue. Let's look at that again. 5-3, fly ball right X. May of 4. 9-4, triple, advance 3. So 1-0 Tigers quickly. Al K-line now. Northrup on third. 4-8, base hit. Northrup scores. 2-0 Tigers here in the top of the first. More of the same. Bell had a 5.31 ERA. Here's Norm Cash. K-line on first, nobody out. 2 runs in already. Bell from the stretch. 3-9. And he flies it to right field. And May makes the catch, 1 down. K-line holds. Here's Willie Horton. 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in the first game. The pitch from Bell. 5-6, struck him out. That's 2 away. And Tommy Matchik. 2-8. And it's a grounder to short, and the side is out. 2 runs, though, for the Tigers here in the top of the first. On a walk, a triple, and then a base hit. Heading to the bottom of the first, Tigers with a 2-0 lead. Mike Kilkenny facing Walt Williams. Okay, Kilkenny is ready. 1-4, and that's a double down the left field line for Walt Williams. Here's Louis Aparicio. 1-3. Base hit to center. Williams goes to third. Will he stretch it? 1-14. -1 Northrup. 1-13 Hill hold. Actually, yeah, Northrup is a -1. First and third. Nobody out. Busy game. Here's Gale Hopkins. Lefty here, 5-11. Fly ball to right. This will be deep enough for Williams to tag. And he does. So it's a 2-1 ball game. Hopkins with the run batted in. It's 1 out. Aparicio on first, being held. Kilkenny now. The pitch to Melton. 2-6. Struck him out. For Carlos May, another lefty. Lefty. From the stretch, Kilkenny. 1-9. And he struck him out. Second strikeout. He did allow a run on 2 hits. 1 left on. After 1, it's 2-1. Tigers over the White Sox. This is the second game, folks, of the doubleheader. If you missed the first one, you missed, well, let me just say, an interesting game in some ways. I'll be mentioning the game, so as a spoiler, you can go out and watch the first game if you don't want to hear it. Here's Bill Freehand leading it off. Freehand catching both games today. Bell on the mound. The pitch to Freehand. 6-8. And that is a double for Freehand. Very busy ball game. Freehand leadoff double here in the second. This crowd has really thinned out. Say there's about 7,000 here. Freehand on second, nobody out. Don Wirt. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 4-3. And it's hit deep by Wirt. Way back, and it's gone. A 2-run home run by Don Wirt to make it 4-1. Oh my. Don Wirt has hit a 2-run home run. Wirt has deceptively good power. So it's 4-1. Here's Kilkenny now. Bell winds and the pitch. 3-9 grounds it to third. 1 out. Here's Tom Tresh walked and scored on Northrop's triple. 5-8 left-hander grounds to second. Morales a 3. 23. That's a re-roll. 4-3, and he throws him out. 2 away. Here's Northrop. Homered in the first game, tripled home Tresh here in the first inning of the second game. Here's Bell now. 3-7, struck him out. That's the second by Bell. That's the side, I'm sorry. 2 more runs for the Tigers. It's 4-1. Here's Kilkenny now. Don Pavlitic, the catcher. Herman caught the first game. 210. Double down the right field line for Pavlitic to open it up. Williams opened the first with a double. Now Pavlitic, 210 double. Here's Rich Morales. White Sox trail by 3 here. Pitch, oh, that's the end of that ambiance. We're going to go again here. Ay, ay, ay. Morales at the plate here. Three, 6. Fly ball right. And K-line has it. Pavlitic holds one down. And Ken Berry. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. 2-4. Base hit up the middle. Pavlitic scores. Makes it 4-2 ball game. Berry with the single. And Gary Bell will hit because they just don't have the relievers to be pinch hitting this early. It's Berry on first, one down. 6-6. And he struck him out. That's the third for Kilkenny. Now Walt Williams, 2 outs, Berry on first. 1 in here. 4-2 ball game. .58 struck him out. The fourth for Kilkenny, but another run. And after 2, it's a 4-2 ball game. Whoops. The Tigers won the first one 8-3. 3 home runs by Willie Horton. Sparma with the win. K-line leading it off here. Singled Northrop home in the first. Here's the pitch to K-line. 1-7. Fly ball to left, and that's 1 out. Stormin' Norman. .111 grounds it to second, 2 outs. 4 Willie Horton struck out in the first. Pitch from Bell. 4-8. And it's a base hit by Horton. 2 out single for Tommy Matic. .57. Base hit to right. Horton goes to second and holds. Here's Freehand. Led off the second with a double and scored on the home run by Wirt. First and second, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Freehand. 1-3, and he's hit again. Who got hit in the first game? Yeah, it was Freehand. I think it's just a coincidence. So bases loaded, and Don Wirt comes up. He homered, 2-run in the second. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 6-7. Walked him. He walks in a run, Gary Bell. Some real ugly baseball today. That's the third run batted in for Wirt. 5-2. And here's Kilkenny. 2-5 struck him out, and the side is out. Third strikeout for Bell, another run for the Tigers, 5-2. Bottom of the third, Kilkenny will face Aparicio. Singled in the first. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit by Aparicio. 1-11 being held. Hopkins now. 3-6 grounds to second, double play. 2 outs, nobody on. Bill Melton now. Kilkenny, the windup. 1-8, fly ball left. Horton, and the side is out. It's 5-2 Tigers here in the second game. They won the first one 8-3. Bell having big troubles, but they're keeping him in. He's allowed 5 runs in 3 innings. Here's Tresh to lead it off. Switch hitter batting left. Pitch to Tresh. 4-7. And that is a base hit by Tresh. Tresh on first. Here's Northrop. Two 5. Grounds to short for the force. So Northrop on first with 1 out. It's a little different here, folks. I'm just sort of going through the motions here in the second game. It's the first time I've ever broadcast 2 games in one broadcast. We don't even know if we'll make it due to the potential of an iPhone overheat. It's Northrop on first with 1 out. K-line now. 6-3. Grounds it back to Bell. He's a 3. 19-3. That's a 2-base error by Gary Bell. You want to talk about ugliness? Second and third, 1 out. A 2-base error by Bell. Here's Norman. If it wasn't enough that he's allowed 5 runs in 3 1/3 innings. That's what's cool about Strat-O-Matic, Kathy. You know, you get games like this, you get double headers, you know, and it's not every game is good. So if it's make it really bad. Here's Norman Cash and embrace it. Pitch to Norman, 4-4. Catcher X. That's going to be Pavlitich, a 4. 14-4. And it's a pass ball, followed by a foul out. Northrop scores on the pass ball. K-line goes to third. Pass ball by Pavlitich. And the run comes home. What a sight to see Northrop coming home on that pass ball like it hasn't been bad enough. 6-2 Tigers. K-line on third, 2 down, and here comes Willie Horton. A little bit of everything. Yeah, I might even sneak something in, just for the fun of it. Here's Horton. 5-8, and he grounds it to second for Morales. A 3. 3-3. Oh, Lord, that goes through for a base hit, and K-line scores. That will be unearned. It's an unearned run for Bell. And here's Matic with Horton on first, 2 down. Pitch to Matic. 5-7. Base hit to right. Horton will hold. First and second, 2 down. Seeing if Bell can get out of this. He's thrown a lot of pitches already. Here's Freehand. Doubled, hit by a pitch. 3-2. Grounds it to second, and finally the side is retired. But 2 more runs. One of them was unearned. It's 7-2 Detroit. Danny Murphy is warming. A right-hander, Murphy, warming in the Chi Sox bullpen. Leading it off, Carlos May against Kilkenny. Tigers would like to see Kilkenny pitch as many innings as appropriate. Here's Kilkenny and the pitch to May. 1-7, and he grounds it to second, 1 out. Here's Don Pavlitic. Doubled and scored in the second. Kilkenny winds. 6-6, struck him out. That's the 5th for Kilkenny today. And Rich Morales. .112, hit by the pitch. And now both sides get warnings. It's a doubleheader, folks. And, you know, tempers get tested. Now Kilkenny has been warned, and the White Sox. Next hit by pitch, and they're out. House rules. Ken Berry steps up. Morales on first, 2 down. 3-11. Pops it up behind the plate. And Freehand makes the catch. Side retired, no runs, no hits, the hit by pitch. And it's 7-2 after 4. Gary Bell will pitch again in the 5th, his endurance inning. He's allowed 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Don Wirt will lead it off. Kilkenny on deck. Here's the pitch, 5-4. Fly ball to center field. Under it is Berry. He's a 119-1 reroll. 9-1 makes the catch. Here's Mike Kilkenny now. Mike Kilkenny. One WR right-hander. Here's the pitch. Oh shit, that counts. So 3. 6-6. Walked him. So Bell just can't catch a break today. Here's Tom Tresh. Oh! That fell on the floor. It counts. It's a 4-1-6. And that is a line out to second, 2 outs. For Northrop. Oh, re-roll. 2-6. Pops it up to first. Hopkins makes the catch, and Gary Bell actually looked pretty good there. He's thrown too many pitches, though. There'll be a hitter for him in the bottom of the 5th. And like I said, Danny Murphy will be the new pitcher. Bell pitched 5. He allowed 9 hits. He walked 3, hit 1. Struck out 3 and allowed 6 earned runs, 7 in total. Let's see who's hitting here against Mike Kilkenny. It's going to be Buddy Bradford. Buddy has been hurt, but he's well enough to come in and hit. Buddy Bradford leading it off, pinch hitting for Bell. White Sox down by 5. Here's Kilkenny now. Pitch to Bell, 4-2, fly ball left, Horton, 1 down. And back to the top of the order, Walt Williams. Kilkenny winds and deals. 6-3. Fly ball to left field. Horton, a 3. 16-3. And he makes the catch. 2 down. 2 fly balls to Willie Horton. 2 outs. And here's Aparicio. 2 singles today. Two 6. And that is a line out to third, caught by Wirt. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kilkenny. After 5, 7-2 Tigers. Looking for a sweep. New pitcher for the White Sox, Danny Murphy. Danny taking his warm-ups here. He'll face K-Line, Cash, and Horton. That's quite a threesome. This will be the final game today, broadcast on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We will post tomorrow's games later today. Okay, Danny Murphy is ready, the right-hander. Here's the pitch to K-Line. 3-10, and he walked him. K-Line on first. Here's Stormin' Norman 0 for 3. Norman was 0 for 3 with 2 walks and scored in the first game. from the Stretch Murphy. 6-8. Grounds to first, double play. So 2 outs and nobody on. For Willie Horton, 2 for 3. Willie hit 3 home runs in the first game with 6 runs batted in. Today he's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Scored once and knocked in a run. I'm getting some coffee. We are at the 2-hour mark for this doubleheader. That's real time. A meaningless doubleheader in August for 2 teams that have no chance due to the Orioles in the East and the Twins in the West. Horton at the plate. Let's call it like it is, right, Kathy? Here's the pitch to Horton. 3-11, and he grounds it to short, and that side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. Mike Kilkenny. Will face Hopkins here. Sacrifice fly in the first, grounded into a double in the third. Okay, Kilkenny is ready. Here's the pitch to Hopkins. That's 3-10, and he flies it to center X. That will be for Northrup a 3. 10-3, and he makes the catch. 1 down. So Kilkenny is holding his own. This is his endurance inning. Bill Melton at the plate, 0 for 2. Here's Kilkenny. 1-8. Flies it to left. Horton, 2 outs. And Carlos May, 0 for 2. Kilkenny actually pitching pretty good baseball here. Here's Kilkenny. 3-11. And that's hit deep by May. Oh my, left field, goodbye. Opposite field home run by Carlos. That's his 15th. He hit one in the first game. Carlos May, let's look at that again. With 2 outs, 3-11. Against the left-hander, and it's gone. Carlos May with a home run. And that's going to make it a 7-3 ball game. Again, that's number 15. Let's record that. Carlos May got a hold of one there. He hit one in the first game. Now he hits one here. Here's Don Pavlicich with 2 outs, nobody on. 7-3 now. Kilkenny 5-7, walked him. One more and he has reached fatigue, Mike Kilkenny. There is action in the Tiger bullpen. Not that they have anyone who's well rested, but Pat Dobson, the right-hander, is warming. He's good enough to go. And Lord, we hope he'd be able to finish this ball game. Pat Dobson warming. Here's Pavlicich now. Morales, I'm sorry. Pavlicich on first with 2 down, 1 in here on the home run by Carlos. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. 6-10, a fly ball to center field. Getting under that Northrup, a 3. 2-3, and that's a double down the line. Pavlicich goes to third. And that's it for Mike Kilkenny, knocked out here in the 6th. Kilkenny, the pitcher of the winner of record, went 5 2/3 innings. Seven hits, walked 1. Struck out 5 and has allowed 3 thus far. Responsible for second and third 2 outs. And here comes Pat Dobson, the right-hander, to try to finish it off. He is not eligible for a save. Got to be 3 runs or less. It's a 7-3 ball game. And Ken Berry will come in. Dobson is ready. Here's the pitch to Berry. 4-2. And that is a base hit by Berry. Pavlicich scores. Morales goes to third. 2 runs in for the Chi Sox here. It's a 7-4 ball game. And there's going to be a hitter for Daniel Murphy. Another pitcher here for the Chi Sox. This is a throwaway game, folks. This is one of those Strat-O-Matic games where you really don't give too much of a shit about what's happening. And you're just trying to get through it. Let's have fun while we do it. It's going to be Jack Hamilton, the only rested pitcher in that bullpen. Actually, no, it's going to be Dan Osinski. I'm so sorry. Dan Osinski is sufficiently rested. They're back in this ball game, so Osinski will come in next inning. He is a right-hander. There's going to be a hitter here with 2 outs, first and third. Dobson trying to get out of it. He came in and allowed a base hit to Berry. 2 runs in this inning. It's going to be Angel Bravo again. He hit a pinch hit home run in the first game. A left-handed hitter facing Dobson. It's 2 outs. Berry on first, Morales on third, 2 in, 7-4. Here's the pitch to Bravo. 5-8. Grounds it to second. And Matic has it. The side is retired. But 2 more runs here for the Chi Sox. It's 7-4 ball game. We're heading to the top of the 7th. We'll take a break during the 7th inning stretch. Dan Osinski, the 3rd pitcher for the White Sox, the 7th pitcher in the doubleheader for the White Sox. Used almost the whole goddamn pitching staff. Tommy Matic will lead it off here. It's 7-4 though. Chi Sox they're back in this ball game as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Osinski is ready here. Here's the pitch to Matic. Oh, Lord help us. 1-4. Grounds it to second. There's 1 away. Bill Freeham. 2-4. Pops it up to short. 2 outs. For Don Wirt. 6-9. Right-hander, base hit to right. And Dobson will hit. Yes, we don't need another, use another pitcher. Dobson will hit here. He is a 1 WR. 2 outs, Word on first. Pitch to Dobson. 1-2, lines to short, side retired. 7th inning stretch, 7-4. Dobson will face the top of this Chi Sox order, but not before we take a 5-minute break for the 7th inning stretch. If we get disconnected due to overheating, look on the community board for the next step. Always check out our community board. The link is on the landing page. My name is Jeffrey Guterberg. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. This is the 2nd game of a doubleheader between the Tigers and the Chi Sox. Tigers won the first one 8-3. 3 home runs for Willie Horton with 6 runs batted in. Willie's 2 for 4 today in the 2nd game. Here in the 2nd game, it's a 7-4 ball game. Dobson is the 7th pitcher for the doubleheader for the ailing Chi Sox. And we'll be back in 5. Coffee has held out pretty well here. I got another cup, and then we'll call it enough for this morning, but I'll be having more in the afternoon. This will be the final game, Kathy. I'm just, I'll see what I'm able to do tomorrow. Bottom of the seventh, top of the order for the White Sox. You know, Kathy, while I was out there, I thought to myself, let me at least give myself a little treat. Let me just get the 1911 season. I like that one of those early ones because it's the earliest. You know what I mean? And I'm going to think about that. I'll think about it. Okay, here's Walt Williams leading it off against Pat Dobson in for Kilkenny. Now Louis Aparicio, 2 for 3 today. 3-10. Pops it up to second. Matic. 1 down. He's been busy today at second. Gale Hopkins now. $5-10. Catcher X. Freehand at 2. 15-2. He fouls out. 2 away for Bill Melton. $5-4. Fly ball center. Northrop a 3. 5-3. Makes the catch. Side retired. Top of the 8th. Here's Osinski. Top of the Tiger order. Tresh. Trying to get through this doubleheader. 5-10. Switch hitter. Grounded to short. Aparicio. 22 throws him out. Northrop. Osinski winds. 3-11. And that's a base hit by Northrop. Al Kaline, 1 for 3 and a walk. 3-2. Fly ball center. Ken Berry, 2 outs. And Norman 0 for 4 today. Hitless in the doubleheader, but he did walk twice in the first game. Pitch to from Osinski. 1-9. Walked him. First and second. A fight has broken out in the stands. The police are there. There are people being removed. It happens. I remember they had Bat Day at Yankee Stadium in real world in the early 70s. And it was a doubleheader. The Yanks were losing in the second game. They lost the first game, and people were clubbing each other over the head with the bats. Drunks. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Horton. Flies it to center. The side is out. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Looks like we might make it here without overheating. Here's Dobson now in his second full inning. He actually 1, 2, 3. That's 1 inning. Here's May now. May with 2 home runs in this doubleheader. Hit 1 in the first and then a solo here in the 7th. Chi Sox down by 3. Pitch from Dobson. 2-6, and he walked him. What a frickin' mess. Here's Don Pavlicic. .311. Pops it to short, 1 down. Thompson needs to be careful here. He could lose, they could lose this lead. Here's Rich Morales. 1-6. Flies it to left, 2 out. And I hope Ken Berry gets out so we don't need a new pitcher. Here's the pitch. Whoops. Here's the pitch. 5-5. Struck him out. So we're heading to the 9th. Oh, Lord, we are. This is the first time we've broadcast a doubleheader. We are almost at the 2.5 hour mark. We started at 8 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. Strat-O-Matic will lead off. Here's the pitch to Matic. 6-6 struck him out. This is Osinski's third inning. Now Bill Freehand. Pitch to Freehand, 1-3, hit him! Oh my, and Osinski is thrown out of the game. Oh my, oh my. Osinski has been thrown out of the ballgame. The warnings were given. What a game. Oh, Osinski. He's out of here. Jack Hamilton will come in. They had nobody warming. So that's going to be some real trouble here. Jack Hamilton will come in. Oh my. We have house rules here. When the umpire warns both sides, after alternating hit by pitches, and that's the third time Freehand's been hit today. Osinski pitched 2 1/3. Pitched good ball, 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, hit 1, and a very costly one. And Jack Hamilton is the new pitcher here. He's ready or not. Gonna pitch to Wirt. Freehand on first. He's had a tough day. He's been hit 3 times. Once in the first game, twice here, and caught both games. Okay, Hamilton, the right-hander, is ready. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 6-10. Grounds it to third X. That's for Melton, a 3. 19-3. And he boots it for a 2-base error. What a ball game. One of the worst games ever. I should say. Double headers. Here's Dobson hitting again. Second and third, no outs. Hamilton from the stretch. 3-7, grounds it to second, and the runners hold. 2 outs for Tom Tresh. Two, 4, lines it to second, and the side is out. So Hamilton gets them out of that. Osinski thrown out. I don't think I'll do that in the playoffs and World Series, but we do it in regular time. Kilkenny, by the way. What the hell? 1, 2, 4 runs. It's the bottom of the 9th, finally. And there's going to be a hitter for Hamilton. Let's see who's going to hit here. White Sox down by 3, only 3. Tommy McCraw will come out to pinch hits. We've had a little bit of everything here today. We've had 3 home runs by Horton in the first game. A fight breaking out here in the second in the stands. We've had Osinski being thrown out. Lots of ugliness. Here's Tommy McCraw pinch hitting for Hamilton. Bottom of the 9th. Dobson on the mound. And the pitch, 1-9. And he flies it to left field. Horton. That's 1 away. So we are 2 outs away from ending this excruciating doubleheader. Walt Williams 1 for 3 with a walk. Dobson winds. 6-9. And that is hit for a base hit for Williams. Williams on first. This is Dobson's endurance inning. Louis Aparicio 2 for 4. And the pitch from Dobson. 1-5. And he walked him. First and second. And there is action in the Tiger bullpen. It's Fred Lasher, if needed. Lasher, the right-hander, Gale Hopkins is the tying run at the plate. 7-4 Tigers. Tell you. Okay, Hopkins, left-handed hitter. Here's Dobson from the stretch and the pitch to Hopkins. Whoa. 4-5. Flies to left. And Horton makes the catch. We're 1 out away. And here's Bill Melton, 0 for 4 in the second game. He was 0 for 4 in the first game and struck out twice. So Bill Melton 0 for 8 in the doubleheader with 2 outs. He's the tying run at the plate. Here's Pat Dobson. The pitch to Melton. 2-4, pops it up to short. Tresh makes the catch. And the ball game is over. The doubleheader is over. The final score here, Tigers 7, White Sox 4. The win goes to Kilkenny. Dobson pitched good baseball, 3 1/3. No save though. 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, no runs. The loss goes to Bell. I don't know who's the star of the game. The misery finally ends. I'm going to give it to Wirt. Doesn't matter. That's the ball game, folks. The Tigers now are 17.5 behind the Orioles. White Sox 31 games behind the Minnesota Twins. And Seattle is only a game and a half behind. You have a nice day, Kathy. Happy Mother's Day to you. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. We'll catch you tomorrow.